y'all, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're going to be doing the part 2 of a wig install. If you guys haven't seen part 1 of me making a wig that we're going to install today, then I'll leave that in the description box below, so make sure that you guys go check that out. So we're going to start off with the Ballcap method. So under the cap, her hair is braided straight back, and I already had cut her ears out. Right now I'm taking my Got To Be glue spray and I'm spraying this across her hairline. You could either sit your client under the dryer, or you could blow dry this on low to high heat until this is fully hard and dry with no wet or sticky spots. Sometimes I'll take the Got To Be glue spray and I'll give it a second coat because it gives it a more long-lasting coat. Next, I'm going to take my contour palette and I'm going to mix that light brown and dark brown together. You could use any makeup powder or foundation that you have that's your exact skin color or a 10-bit darker. This is going to give it a better blend under the frontal. And y'all, please don't mind my mother in the back, because actually this client is my aunt and this is her first time trying a frontal, so they was talking throughout this whole video. Please don't mind these big scissors that I'm using. My hair scissors had broke, and with this quarantine all the beauty supply stores are closed, so I'm using what I got. Now I'm just cutting off all that excess cap. Just a reminder, you want to put the frontal at least 2 inches over the cap, so that's why I'm cutting it back so much, if you guys was wondering. So you guys may notice that when you do cut off that extra cap, that the ends may tend to lift up a little. So what I like to do is take the Got To Be glue spray and spray it on the tip of my rat tail comb and kind of press it down, and also get my blow dryer and dry it hard, if that makes any sense. Now I'm going to take some more makeup just to cover up that harsh line so you won't be able to see it under the lace. Now I'm going to take some 90% rubbing alcohol with a makeup pad and I'm going to clean her hairline. This takes off any extra oils or extra makeup that's on her hairline that sometimes we can't see. This is very, very, very important. If you don't do this step, your lace will not hold. And now I'm going to take that same 2 makeup powders that I use on her cap and put on the inside of the lace. You could either use makeup or lace tint. You do not need it both because either one of them will do the trick. Okay, so now I'm just parting off the section where the lace is covering her ear, because we're going to cut that off. You want to cut off that extra lace that's covering your client's ear, just to give this install a more natural look, and you don't want your client out here looking crazy. So to melt this frontal, we'll be using the Ghost Bond glue. You could add up to 3 to 5 layers of this glue, but I usually add 3 layers, and this gives my client the best hold for about 2 to 2.5 weeks. Usually I'll use a popsicle stick to spread this out evenly, but I didn't have any more, so I just started using my finger. I'm going to share with you guys a little trick. So many people ask me, how do I get my frontals and my client frontals to last so long without lifting? And that's because it's not about the amount of layers of glue you add, it's the width of glue that you add. Make sure that you let each layer of glue dry completely clear. Once you've seen that that first layer of glue has cleared up, then you're free to add the next. Y'all, you see how it's so clear that you could barely even tell that she has glue on her forehead? That's exactly how you want it to look. Once all the layers of glue are completely clear, you want to take the lace and you want to apply this right on top of the glue. You don't want to press it with your hands because that's going to cause the hair to stick onto the glue also, and we don't want that. So I'll have my client hold the other half of the lace up while I work on the other side, and I'll take a rat tail comb and I will press that lace into the glue while combing out the hair also. This makes sure that that lace is fully secured in the glue. Now to get a flawless install, I'll have my client hold both ends of the lace just to make sure that that lace doesn't move at all, while I'll take my blow dryer on low-high heat and I'll continue on pressing and combing out the frontal just so this lace can really melt into that glue. And now I'm just going to go back in some of the spots that had missing glue. I'm still going to add 2 to 3 layers. That's not going to change. Thing I like to do is I'll go back with the Got To Be Glue Free spray and I'll spray this onto the edges of the lace, and then I'll blow dry it right after, because if you let the spray sit, then it will make the hair kind of crunchy, but if you blow dry it, then that spray is going to fully dry on the lace and the lace only, leaving the hair still soft. Now I'm going to take my Glosser Spray by Pink and I'm going to spray this on the front of her hair. You could use any straightening oil that you have. This way when we hot comb it, everything looks so silky and shiny. So I'm going to get my hot comb on high heat, and right now I'm just covering up that back track, but I'm going to use my hot comb to pull out the roots and to make sure that this frontal gets super flat. If you don't have a hot comb, then you could use a wand curler or a curling iron, and the same techniques that I'm doing, you'll do the exact same thing. The flatter, the more natural your frontal will look. So I couldn't find my elastic band at the time. So right now I'm just taking a scarf and I'm gonna wrap this around the frontal. This way the frontal can relax and fully dry into the glue. So if you didn't know, this hair is a loose wave curl pattern, and my client, she wanted a more natural curl look. She did not want me to add no heat to this hair, so I took my Tresemme Extreme Hold Mousse just to control some of that frizziness. Y'all, look how beautiful the lace is already melting into her skin. I'm taking a scissor and I'm cutting the lace into pieces so it could be easier for me to cut off. Now I'm just taking an eyebrow razor. I highly recommend an eyebrow razor because it automatically gives the lace a zigzag cut, compared to if you use a scissor, you'll have to make the zigzag cut, and I know some of you kind of struggle with that. So I'm literally just tapping the razor onto the lace and it's just cutting. You want to cut as close to the hairline as possible to give this wig a supernatural look. Now I'm just taking a scissor and I'm cutting off that extra lace. You may be wondering why I'm not using the razor, only because I feel like using a scissor is way more helpful when it comes down to cutting off the little bit of lace that be lifting, compared to using a razor. It's a little more of a challenge. So like I always say, do what makes you comfortable. So you may notice that when you cut off the lace, you'll be able to see the difference between your skin and your lace. But girl, don't panic. All you have to do is take the Got To Be Glue spray, spray it onto the lace, and get your blow dryer on low warm heat, and get your comb and kind of press it into the skin until it's fully dry. You could either do it this way, or you could go back with the Ghost Bond glue and glue the spots where the frontal is lifting. But I highly recommend doing this method because Ghost Bond or Bold Hold, I gotta admit, they are very, very strong and powerful glues. And you never know how that glue may take your client's skin, considering that we already added 3 layers of it. And the Got To Be Glue spray is only a holding spray, so the amount of chemicals that are in the spray are nowhere compared to the amount of chemicals that are in the Bold Hold. And I'm not saying that you should not use the glue at all, but I'm just saying to be cautious on the amount of glue that you add, because you never know how your skin may react to it. Now I'm just sectioning off the hairs where I'm going to cut to create my baby hairs. My client wanted a soft baby hair look, so sometimes I have to go in and pluck out them sections where I parted the baby hairs, but this time I'm only plucking out this section you see me doing right now, just to give the baby hair a more soft look and not a dramatic look. Now I'm taking my scarf again, still leaving the baby hairs out just so everything can set. Instead of using black spray to sharpen up the part, I use mascara. Yes, girl, mascara. only because I feel like it gives it a more natural look instead of using the spray. It's so harsh and like I don't like it. I just don't. So I use black mascara to help even up and sharpen up the parts, and this really helps if you over bleach your knots. If you over bleach your knots, this will really come in clutch, girl. Yes. The same razor I used to cut off the lace, that's the same razor I'm using now to cut the baby hairs. You want to cut your baby hairs really short, but not too short. But the shorter, the more natural it will look compared to if you cut it really long, it will look really dramatic and really ugly, and we don't want that. I'm taking that same mousse I've been using throughout the video, my Tresemme Extreme Hold Mousse, and I'm going to use this to lay and mold out my baby hairs. Now, I can admit I'm still learning when it comes down to this step because you have to be really fast, but then again, you have to be really gentle, because if you're not gentle, then your lace will definitely lift. And you don't want to add too much mousse because the alcohol that's made in the mousse will also cause your lace to lift. Once you're done, you want to take your scarf and you want to wrap this really tight, and you could either sit your client under the dryer for about 10 minutes or you can just let her relax. Either or, you just want to make sure that these baby hairs are being molded. And it may seem that I let the scarf sit on for 5 minutes, but I already let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now I'm just going in with some final touches. Everything is kind of self-explanatory after this. And this is our final results, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for some more videos. Bye.